Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about the fifth straight win by the Indiana Fever over the Los Angeles Sparks, 93-86. And hey, if you like Caitlin Clark, subscribe to our channel. If you like the Indiana Fever, subscribe to our channel. If you like Rob, subscribe to our channel. Just subscribe. It's harmless. It's free. And we're looking for 5,000 subscribers. We need your help. Okay, Rob, so it was not a pretty win, but a win's a win. They beat the last place team, the Los Angeles Sparks. It was close all the way through till the end, but we'll take the win. What do you think, Bob? What did you think of the game last night, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's saying that it should have been a blowout and it shouldn't have been that close. But like again, these still are professionals, and the Sparks weren't tanking. They're not going to tank. They're still, no matter what your record is, you still don't want to lose. And plus, you're playing against the Fever. This is your Super Bowl. You want to beat the Fever, so you put a little more emphasis on playing harder, even though you're last place team. So, though I'm not saying it should have been by more, but not a blowout. But I think that we were expecting them to play a little bit much better, but they seemed very flat after their clinching the playoffs. They seemed really flat.
Right, and they lost to the Sparks last time, so they're now 2-1 against the Sparks. So Caitlin Clark, as everybody probably knows at this point, had a triple-double. She got a rebound in the last shot of the game. It wasn't stat padding. She was actually playing defense, and she didn't break off her defender until after the shot took place, and it kind of bounced to her, went over Mitchell and before Boston and to her, just kind of went to her. So despite what you might hear by some tribalistic women on X, there was no stat padding there. Anyways, except for a few forced passes by Clark, some dumb turnovers. She got the ball stolen. She had a great game. I will say that she's listed as 7 turnovers, but the first turnover wasn't a turnover because she was past the half court line and the defender punched it backwards over the line, and that's not a turnover, in my understanding. And they recorded as a turnover, in fact. So it shouldn't even been a turnover because she got possession of the ball again.
Right.
It was just a bad call by the refs. I don't know if they didn't see him punch it out or they don't know the rules, but that is just weird.
I'll go with the don't know the rules. How's that?
It looked pretty obvious from our vantage. They never showed the replay, which kind of bothered me, that it got punched by the defender. But I will say for the second game in a row, the refs were not awful. I didn't have to say this for 2 games in a row. I'm kind of surprised. but other than that, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And like I said, the main thing is that the Fever started, I think both teams it was very sluggish. It was, I think I did comment, it was, the first half was essentially the reason why most people didn't watch the WNBA. It was very, it was unwatchable. I have to say unwatchable. I was getting, this is why I didn't watch the WNBA, because of this.
Right, Rob. I mean, the Fever did not play well, and yet they were only down by 1 at halftime, and that's because a lot of blown layups by the Los Angeles Sparks. Fever had a lot of blown layups too. I think the Sparks had even more, and that was the reason they didn't have a bigger lead at halftime, because the Fever didn't play well. They looked, like you said, they didn't look motivated for the game. I don't know why, but you just got to get up for games, Rob. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Well, we pointed out because, usually when you're playing a lesser team, you don't really get up for them. And so you play to their level, which happens sometimes when you're playing a team that's supposedly not that good. Like also I said, the Sparks, they're not trying to tank it. They want to beat they're professional. They're athletes. They want to win. And a nice win, beating the Fever, would be fun to beat them and Caitlin Clark. So that's what they were motivated by.
Right, and they've actually been playing well lately for them. And they have some good players. Hamby is an all-star. Rukia Jackson is one of the top 3 or 4 rookies. She did not have a good game. They did a good job. They picked up Sims, who was away from Dallas, so they picked up her. And they always have Nurse always seems to get points off the bench, and she got some points last night. And Burrell also. So they have some players that can score and play. So they're not just going to roll over for you. But that doesn't excuse their sloppiness, Rob. They had 11 turnovers in the first half. They ended up with 18 turnovers or their intensity and defense was not always there, especially in the first half.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need.
they didn't come. Yeah, they didn't come to play in the first half. Definitely.
Let's go over some stats. Obviously, Caitlin Clark had a great game. She was 8 for 17, 4 for 10, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. She had the 10 assists and 10 rebounds, 3 steals, no blocks, and 7 turnovers, and only 1 foul. She had 24 points. Mitchell didn't shoot as well as she has been, but she shot okay. She was 8 for 18, but she was 2 for 7 for threes. But she actually got a couple assists and 4 rebounds and 18 points. Boston, Rob, she was frustrating to watch yesterday. In the first half, she seemed a little lost sometimes when she got the ball around the basket, but she ended up going 10 for 16 and had 14 rebounds. So you got
she got a double, Mark.
And double. Yeah, we better. She should be MVP.
She got a double.
I think that was like her 12th of the year, actually, someone said. And she did get 4 assists, and she made a couple another great, excellent passes. And so it's kind of weird that she's the second best passer in the team, and they've got 2 backup point guards. But hey, what can I say? Lexi Hall.
Backup point guards is the right phrase, Mark. Back up, yeah.
Lexi Hall played great defense, but she's got to try to get open for the shots, and they got to give her some 3-point shots because she's been hitting them lately. She only took 1 and she missed. She only had 4 points, but she did play great defense again and had 4 rebounds. What can I say?
Yeah.
Smith is another compounding player, Rob.
we use the word. We use a big word, Mark. Enigma. How's that?
You can call it whatever you want, but she has talent. Every once in a while, you see her make a great move or a good shot, or she made a nice block. She had 3 blocks yesterday.
Yeah, she hit
one of them was really nice, and I just can't figure it out. I don't think she's mentally tough because she has talent. She ended up with 13 points, but only 4 boards. But she did play better defense than she has been so this year. Samuelson did very little off the bench. I don't think I don't know, Rob. Since she's got sick, she's been non-existent contribution-wise. And the best thing I can say about Dantas and Wheeler is they didn't get in the way too much because they didn't do much when they came in.
they gave the starters rest. How's that? We'll put that.
Yeah, I mean, Dantas is too slow, obviously, but she does have a nice touch on her shot and a turnaround in the post, which is a nice, refreshing look instead of people just kind of like throwing it up like most players do.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, her shot's actually not that bad.
I don't know what to say about the miss, but if the league ever wants to be considered a professional league at the elite level and wants to really draw in a lot of fans besides Caitlin Clark fans, they need to make layups, Rob, because it's really frustrating fans.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was remarking that on the podcast, live podcast, and because everybody can see this. Like, I mean, they say, well, she has to be moving for a layup. No, you're wide open. You're standing right there. It's a 2-foot shot. You practice this since I was like 8 or 9 years old, layup, because you can't really shoot the ball from that far. So you shoot mostly layups off the backboard.
I haven't practiced basketball in about 45 years. I bet you I can still do layups easily.
I'm pretty sure you could, Mark. I bet you, because if you didn't, I'd make you run a lap. So.
No, I think I picked up ultimate frisbee when I was around 18 years old, and I really stopped playing basketball at that time.
No, but but like that's what we're saying. You're coordinated. You're coordinated enough, as they are, probably, at the level that they are, to make a layup.
One thing I want to point out is Caitlin Clark drove to the basket and did a 1-foot step back 2-point shot from the left side of the basket, and it went swish. It went in. And Rob, if she starts hitting things like that, there's no stopping her scoring wise. She's already hit the floater a couple times this year. She had a nice backboard off the rim, step back, and not a step back. She also did one off the rim where she drove to the basket and had to stop and do it kind of like an angle off the backboard. That was good. It wasn't technically a layup. She starts making shots like that. And she's hit a couple games ago, she hit a couple 2-pointers also. Her scoring is going to go up, Rob. She's going to average at least 20 points a game, even though she's giving up the ball a lot to get her teammates involved.
Yeah, when she's at pace and she's pushing the ball like that, and we have a thing, once you reach the free throw line, there's a decision. If you pull up and shoot it, or when you pass by it, you driving for a layup, or you do a jump stop. And that's what she's got to learn. A lot of these players don't do that. Carter's the only one I see do that for this guy. There's a
I
jump
think
stop.
Copper probably does too,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. I
But,
think Copper.
but a jump
That's about
stop,
it.
yeah, doing a jump stop, that really helps. And then you just pull up and you shoot it.
Right. Well, Caitlin Clark needs to learn that to really round out her offensive game. But her 3-point shot's been hitting. She was 4 for 10, and since the break. So Rob, this is like they've won 5 straight, and this is like the 5th straight game where Coach Sides, who by the way got Coach of the Month, has backed off about micromanaging every play down the court, and I think that's why they're winning. Although she did seem to want to slow it down this game, which is confusing me because I don't think the Sparks have the team to stop them from running. So
no, I would say most of the teams cannot stop the Fever from running once they get their running game going. I don't think too many teams can stop them. But the Sparks were getting back on defense, so that's part of the coaching too. They're getting back on defense, so it's kind of hard to push it when the team gets back on defense. But yeah, that half court offense. Like I said, if I had my fro back, I'd be pulling it out. There'd be patches in my fro from watching their.
We need some throw pictures of Rob. But I will say, Rob, that the Sparks don't have a good or a big front line, so it makes more sense to do more passes into the post against them, as opposed to like Chicago or stuff like that, or the Aces or something like that, because they didn't have a big front line or a great front line defensively. So I will say that. I'll give them credit for at least I'm sure that was part of it, because every team is not the same, obviously, in the post defensively, or size wise.
Right, because Brink's out for 2 years. Otherwise, it probably would be different if Brink was in the game, was playing.
But it was kind of an ugly win, but I'll take any win at this point.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. I mean, it's kind of weird that we're expecting the Fever. I mean, where would anyone say that starting from the beginning of the year? You would think that we should be killing this team. We wouldn't be saying that in the first 20 games. I don't think we were saying that. But now that we've seen that they're gelling, now we're like, okay, they've got together. They should be. And Coach Sides is, like you said, it's kind of backed off and just turned to basic coaching she's still with her game management and substitution still, and also focusing her team on defense and offense. She's got a long way to go with that. But in general, she's kind of staying out of the way and let things happen.
Right. So they're going to play again on Friday night against the Minnesota Lynx. So you can join us for that game. And that's going to be live on ION. And we're going to go live tonight for the start of the NFL season. So I'll be doing that. And Rob's going to join us a little bit later when he gets out of work. And it's going to be
football.
Yes. That's my favorite sport. I know we're doing a lot of Caitlin Clark videos. My favorite sport is football. My favorite team is the Green Bay Packers since I was 3 years old. So they play tomorrow night in Brazil. And unfortunately, I don't have Peacock. And that's on Peacock, I think. But tonight's game is on NBC and Peacock.
Mark, aren't you flying down with your Learjet?
I'm going to use charter flights from the WNBA. They're probably not using one of those planes. So I'm going to have to catch that at a sports bar, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I don't feel like paying for Peacock right now, but I don't watch it. Won't watch it enough. Anyways, so tonight's game is on NBC and Peacock, and that's the Baltimore Ravens versus the defending Kansas City Chiefs champs. So we obviously got a big quarterback matchup. And we'll see if Patrick Mahomes can win 3 in a row or not. Okay. Yes. What Lamar Jackson needs to do in the playoffs, and this is a big game just to start out the season with, because that can determine the number 1 seed at the end of the year, since they both are potentially going to have really good records again this year.
Right. This is supposedly this is the matchup they had last year, so let's see what happens. Right.
So we're going to go live for that. So join us tonight, and I'm going to try to do at least one football game a weekend. All right. And our normal live show is Monday night. We'll be talking about the opening week of NFL on that day. And, of course, we'll be talking about Caitlin Clark. And that's from 6 to 8 Eastern time. Rob and I are going to do another video, which is going to be an NFL preview. And we're going to do our predictions for the 5 most important games of the week. And you can join us for that. You can make predictions along with us every week if you want.
Yeah, join us and see how well you do, and we Mark and I have a huge bet on these for the year. Oh, yeah,
We saw trading places, so that dollar bet is in place.
See, I got it right here, Mark, somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. I got some change.
You got 4 quarters at least, right?
Well, I got some change. I got a change there. I can throw it in there.
All right. So if you want to bet $1 with us, you can. We're gonna do the 5 most important games of the week for predictions, straight up picks, and we're gonna do that. So join us for that. And if you like the Green Bay Packers, subscribe to our channel. If you like the Cleveland Browns, Rob's seed, subscribe to our channel. If you like Kansas City Chiefs, subscribe to our channel. If you like Caitlin Clark, subscribe to our channel. Do you need any other reasons? You like the Indiana Fever, subscribe to our channel. Even if you like the Cowboys, subscribe to our channel. It doesn't matter.
Oh, wait. Oh, slow down.
All right, that's a little bit much. All right.
Slow down there.
All right. No, I'm in Philadelphia, so I'm also kind of an Eagles fan and a Bills fan because I grew up in Rochester, New York. So if you like those teams, subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, I'm a Browns and Giants fan. So,
all right. Anyways, so we're excited about football. So excited about Caitlin Clark. Before they played yesterday's game, they had already made the playoffs because the Sky and the Dream, I guess, both lost. So they're in the playoffs. So now it's a question of where they're going to end up. Probably 6, but we'll find out. Still going on. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats and super thanks down below, and there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.